What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. So I have some more info, more clarity on the potential Bryan Reynolds situation as it pertains to being traded at all, and as it relates to the New York Yankees. There's some intel that came out that I want to share with you if you haven't heard yet. So it's coming from a bunch of different sources: MLB The Athletic, which is where Ken Rosenthal works. But before I do that, I want to give just well wishes and thoughts and everything else to DeMar Hamlin, the safety from the Buffalo Bills, and his family. Obviously, he was hit on Monday Night Football, got back up, but then he went into cardiac arrest and collapsed. He had to be resuscitated at the hospital, on the field, and then again yesterday at the hospital as well. So just sending all the best and thoughts, prayers, and well wishes to him and his family on hopefully what's a full and a speedy recovery. So lots of love to the Hamlin family and to the Buffalo Bills for losing hopefully it's only temporarily losing a teammate and a great player. So he's only 24 years old. So all the best to you and your family. Please get well. Now, let's get over to the Bryan Reynolds situation, okay? That's what we're hearing now, and this is on it right from MLBTRADE.com. One of the reasons why he asked for a trade is because extension talks collapsed. And what they offered him was just a hair above what Brian Hayes got, which is a $70 million guarantee for an extension. His camp wanted at least $120 million. So there's no really insight as to how long of an extension they wanted or whatnot, but they're $50 million apart easily. And then talks collapsed, and there hasn't been any motivation to resurrect these talks. So it looks like they're $50 million apart, which is, in terms of Pittsburgh Pirates math, that's pretty significant. So that's what we know now, okay? And again, he asked, and this is directly from MLBTradeRumors.com. Now, Athletic proposed two trades yesterday. And shout out to Mike Mazza for Trading Express for sharing this with me because I hadn't seen it. Trade number one was Bryan Reynolds to the Yankees for Oswald Peraza, Everson Pereira, Will Warren, and Clark Schmidt, okay? And again, remember they asked for pitching prospects, high-end pitching prospects. Now here, that's not the highest end prospect here is Oswald Peraza. So on the other side, the other trade two is Jason Dominguez, Clayton Beater, who they got from the Dodgers in the Joey Gallo trade, and Yoendris Gomez, another right-handed starting pitcher, high-end prospect. So again, two prospects and Jason Dominguez, and the larger scale package Pereira and Peraza and those other two starters. So Schmidt and the other pitcher. So now, both of them represent hefty packages, but at the same time, I think I personally would not part with Oswald Peraza in this trade, but we'll have to see what happens. The price tag is going to be high regardless, and if they want, and now also getting a lot of stuff from Pittsburgh people themselves, Pittsburgh insiders, Pittsburgh beat writers saying they'd be shocked if Bryan Reynolds is still playing with the Pirates come 2023. So this could resurrect, again, talks of a potential trade. I know a lot of folks have kind of cooled off on it because of the asking price has been kind of insane, but that's what happens when you have a player like this. And again, he's got 3 years left of team control, okay? On the cheap, he's 27. He's going to make $6 million, $6.75 million, or something like that in 2023. So he's coming on the cheap based on his production. He's coming off a career high 27 home runs, and again, he's a switch hitter. Okay, he's as good as he gets at that position. He has the ability to play corner and field spots as well. So, and that's exactly what he would do if he came to a team like the Yankees. But what if, let's just say the Yankees, hypothetically, they want $120 million. Okay, let's let him play out this year. And then you buy out his last 2 years of arbitration, then you add 4 years on the back end of it, which makes him just 34 at the end of this contract, not 40. Okay, you'd be eating all of his prime years. And if you started next year at 20 per, do for the next 6 years, and give him his $120 million, well, there you go. And you add this year, he's at almost $127 million. And again, you're getting him at 20 per for the prime years. It doesn't start this year, so the Yankees have a chance to get under the threshold again starting next year. Okay, which would make it a 7-year deal, which is the type of deal that would be kind of a genius move for the Yankees or another team acquiring him would do. And again, they have an opportunity to get under the threshold and a $20 million. They have about $60 or $70 million coming off the books alone before anything else after the season. So get him right back under in the low 200 range, and then Reynolds' extension would start, and then be a lot of this other payroll coming off the books too. So which would give him some flexibility one way or another. But that'll be a good way to get him into the fold here in the Yankees. And if they can achieve some kind of trade like this, My preference, and I've said this before, is Jason Dominguez, not Oswald Peraza. But we never know what could happen. They keep saying they want high-end pitching prospects. Well, I mean, Beater and Gomez, good package, right? And then Schmidt and Will Warren, another good package. And again, they'd also be getting his replacement in Jason Dominguez or a shortstop prospect who my guess is they would probably want to play at second base in Pittsburgh since they have O'Neal Cruz and Brian Hayes at short and third. So these are strong packages, I think, from the Yankees. Could they get stronger pitching packages from other teams? Yes. Dodgers probably. The Mariners, yes. I mean, it is what it is. So the Yankees are going to have to put forth a big package one way or another. But if you want to take advantage of his prime years, and he's not asking for $200 million, okay, his $120 million seems reasonable for a player of his production, okay, especially recent production. And again, you'd be taking advantage of his prime years. You're not paying for 31 through 38, 32 through 40, whatever. You're going 27 through 33, 27 through 34. That's, to me, is as good as it gets. But that's what we know right now, okay? The gap between him and a team that have caused him the extension talks to break down and him to ask to be traded. And apparently they tried to work on this multiple times and it didn't pan out. So, and what we know about potential trades put forth now by the Atlantic, and other intel on MLBTradeRumors.com, and even Pittsburgh people, and this is all over Twitter too, saying that they'd be shocked if he's playing with the team. So I'm kind of starting to believe again that he will be moved this offseason as one of the bigger trades. But you let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Obviously, I hope that you enjoy this content enough to subscribe to the channel. It's really important to me as a content creator to know that you enjoy the content. So it motivates me to continue to put out good content, and good information and accurate information for it, which is why subscribing and hitting the like button is a great gesture to me. It just shows that you value the stuff, and I want to make sure that I'm putting out stuff that you find valuable and informative. So I thank you for these things. And I hope that you'll continue to do them if you haven't done that yet. But that's a little bit more info, a little bit more clarity on the Bryan Reynolds situation. I have a video coming out later as well. I did a collaboration with Backstage Baseball. I think it was a lot of fun. We talk Yankees and baseball as well. So take a look out. Be on the lookout for that. Turn Into Podcasts, our first episode of 2023. That'll come out later today. And then I'll be starting projections for Yankees in 2023. I'm going to start the starting rotation. We'll get to the bullpen. Then we'll get into the offense stat projections for the season coming up. So a lot of good stuff coming. Have a great day, gang. I'll talk to you later.